Hi friends, and happy Monday. So far my June has been spent exploring Yosemite National Park. Now, over the last week, I've been enjoying a wonderful stay at Horizon by Yosemite, which makes the perfect home base for any Yosemite adventure. And this week, I want to share one of my favorite weekend itineraries for Yosemite National Park. So join me for a beautiful adventure. After getting checked into Horizon by Yosemite and enjoying the beautiful starry night skies here, I'd start my day nice and early and head into the park for sunrise. The drive from Horizon to Yosemite's Arch Rock entrance is just 25 miles. Sunrise in Yosemite is spectacular, and I'd head to one of my personal favorite spots. Enjoy the morning views at Valley View, also known as Gates of the Valley. From this spot, you can watch the sun's first rays of light start to rise directly between two of Yosemite Valley's most beautiful features, El Capitan and Bridal Veil Fall. This is a must-stop spot, easily enjoyed any time of day, but sunrise might just be a little extra special here. Next, I'd make the short drive to the Mist Trail trailhead. This is the perfect hike if you're looking for a moderate or slightly more strenuous Yosemite hike, because you can choose to see one or two waterfalls along this trail, depending on your stamina and how adventurous you're feeling. During June and July, the Mist Trail can become quite busy during the day, so I'd try to start off on this hike before 8 a.m. to beat those mid-morning crowds. The first part of the trail leads you alongside views of the mighty Merced River, and you reach the Vernal Fall footbridge from the trailhead parking area in under a mile and a half. Continuing along the Mist Trail during the snowmelt season, you can expect to see a rainbow as you climb the stone-carved steps to the top of this waterfall. You'll certainly be able to guess why this is called the Mist Trail, as the refreshing spray from Vernal Fall covers the path. You have hiked up over 600 granite steps to reach the top of this waterfall, but the views are definitely worth the climb. At this point, you've hiked well over 2 miles with 1,000 feet in elevation gain, and just past the top of Vernal Fall, the Emerald Pool is a beautiful place to enjoy a lunch picnic, or you can turn around and head back to the trailhead here. But if you're still feeling good, there's another waterfall to see along the Mist Trail, so you can continue on this journey. Forging ahead, your hike traces alongside the Silver Apron, which is really flowing this time of year. Then you cross the Silver Apron footbridge for views of Liberty Cap and Nevada Fall in the distance. The trail briefly winds through a shaded forest area before opening back up to awesome views of Nevada Fall, before the last series of steep, jagged switchbacks, and then reach the peak of Nevada Fall, which has multiple great spots to watch this 594-foot waterfall. Cross the footbridge for straight-on views, and then it's time to head down back to the valley floor, enjoying more stunning Yosemite views all along the way. To round out my afternoon, I'd enjoy even more breathtaking waterfall views, but without the strenuous hiking now. Next, I'd head to Lower Yosemite Falls. You can park in the Yosemite Village parking area and walk to the base of Lower Yosemite Falls in under a mile. The trail is paved, and the views of both Upper and Lower Yosemite Falls greet you all along the way to the famous footbridge and stunning Yosemite Fall views. Depending on how long you spend enjoying Yosemite Falls, you can also consider the short walk over to the historic Yosemite Cemetery, where you'll see a few giant sequoia trees. And I definitely recommend exploring the incredibly informative Indian village of Ahwahnee to learn more about Yosemite's history on your walk back from the lower falls. And for dinner, there are multiple options in Yosemite Village and also Curry Village you can enjoy. I'd grab dinner early because Yosemite is famous for its sunsets. So by 7 p.m., I'd make sure I'm heading to Tunnel View, where you are sure to get a great sunset show just about any time of year. And as soon as the sun sets here, the stars really shine all night. Of course, you can also take the drive back for a peaceful night's sleep at Horizon by Yosemite. And if you reserve the Glacier room here, you can enjoy the night sky views from your very own Bubble Dome. Horizon by Yosemite provides delicious pastries, breakfast sandwiches, coffee, and juice. So on day 2, I'd enjoy a relaxing breakfast with a view from my very own private patio here before heading out on day 2 of my Yosemite adventure. Glacier Point Road is home to some of my favorite Yosemite trails and viewpoints, so I'd head straight to Glacier Point on this drive. Wonderful views can be enjoyed from the outdoor amphitheater area and the historic Trailside Museum. Multiple trails also head out from Glacier Point, but we're going to drive 2 miles back down the road for one of my favorite Yosemite hikes. Now, along the way, stop at Washburn Point for more waterfall views before making your way to the Taft Point and Sentinel Dome trailheads. These hikes can be enjoyed individually, but I would definitely recommend the 5-mile loop to enjoy them both. Start out heading to Sentinel Dome with wide open scenery along the way, and then after 1 mile, scramble to the top for unbeatable panoramic views. Then continue on the Pohono Trail for a mile of Yosemite wilderness hiking before reaching one of the most spectacular and, in my opinion, underrated viewpoints in all of Yosemite National Park. Roosevelt Point looks out at El Capitan and the entire Yosemite Valley below, directly next to its unique views of Sentinel Falls. This is the perfect place to stop and enjoy a picnic lunch in solitude without any of the typical national park crowds around, before continuing on for another 1.5 miles of wilderness hiking to Taft Point. There is one railed overlook at Taft Point, but the rest of the clifftop views are wide open, including the Taft Point fissures. From this spot, you'll have just over 1 mile of hiking to complete this 5-mile loop trail back to the trailhead parking area. Glacier Point wildflowers are often in full bloom by the end of June to mid-July, so you may want to stop at either Summit Meadow or McGurk Meadow on your drive back down Glacier Point Road. After 2 full days of hiking, nothing will feel better than a delicious meal, and the villa at Horizon by Yosemite has everything you need to enjoy a gourmet meal with luxurious accommodations. After all your adventuring, I'd absolutely recommend cooling off in the swim spa at sunset or a relaxing soak before bed in one more night filled with starry skies here at this perfect home base for your Yosemite trip. Thank you so much for joining me this week for a Yosemite adventure with Horizon by Yosemite. I'll make sure to link this wonderful property and all of their details in the description of this video below so you can book your own incredible getaway here. I'll have more details also on the hikes we enjoyed today on my full blog post at flyingdawnmarie.com. And if you enjoyed this week's video, please hit that like button and subscribe. And until next week, I hope you find adventure and encouragement wherever you go. Bye.